Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. And so we've had a lot of customers and a lot of questions about possibly doing like a film or something like that instead of doing a product that we are already doing. And so we thought we'd go ahead and shoot a quick little video on dipping a hydrographic film that is not one that we sell. We get this question asked a lot on how do I dip a mossy oak film, or how do I dip a real tree film, or something like that. So today we're going to look at a mossy oak film, and this one is going to be the Mossy Oak New Bottomlands. So we've got the film. Now again, I am not associated with them at all. They are not sponsored at all. This is just film that we have purchased from them to do customer jobs and everything like that. So of course, this is not anything for a promotion for them or anything like that. It's just more or less a helpful video to help you guys out on showing you how to use the film and the best things that I have found whenever we are using it to get the best results. So let's get started. So as you can see, we've got the Mossy Oak New Bottomlands. Of course, this is the newest pattern for the Bottomlands series, and we've got a stock that we're going to be going ahead and dipping, but I wanted to go ahead and shoot a quick little video on a couple of things that we found. Number one is that, of course, with this film being a premium film, there are a little bit of differences. Not a lot, but just a few little minor differences. And the first thing is, of course, you know, you've got your pattern and you've also got the name on that. Now with this one, they've actually made it really great, because if you look at this right here, you can see that this one reads, of course, backwards right here, and it's facing like this. But if you look right over here and you look at that, that actually makes it to where you can see that it will it's actually backwards from the way that it is. And so it makes it really nice, because then if you even look at right over here, this is going in a totally separate direction. And so if you notice, the way that they've made this now is that this is more of a definitely a more universal film, versus before, whenever they would make these, and even on some other patterns, it may only be just like this pattern right here, where if it's dipped and maybe you rolled something or something like that, then that pattern and that name would actually be upside down. Instead of now this is pretty much just randomized throughout the entire pattern. So whichever way that you dip it, you are still good to go. So definitely kudos on that. All right, so let's do a little bit of testing on this real quick, and I'm just going to go ahead and test this. So what I like to do on this pattern, and again, this is more personal preference, but I do like to go ahead and put maybe two sides with the tape, and it just makes it a little bit easier to get it into the water with. And so of course, then once I've got my two sides, then I can cut my film and lay it in the water. So we've got three different pieces that we're going to test right here. We'll just go ahead and grab one of these and throw it in the water. First one we're going to do is going to be at 1 minute, and then we're going to see what happens and then go from there. So what we're going to do is set this down and go ahead and start our timer. Now our timer is set for 1 minute right now. And you can also see that we've got our temperature of the water is sitting right at about 83 degrees. So a couple of things that we're going to do, just like normal. Let's turn that around like that, and let's pull all of these dividers in to make sure that everything is nice and tight, so that way everything is good to go and we don't have hardly any stretch if we can prevent it. All right, so once we've got that all tightened up, I do have a little bit of excess on each side. For this right here, just to kind of show, this will be fine. Now, we are spraying this with the Liquid Concepts activator. So I know they do have their own activator, but in this case, we've actually found that it does work really well with the Liquid Concepts activator as well. So we've got 1 minute on the water, and again, we're going to spray it. Now, one thing that I want you to see as we go to spray is we'll spray this and it will glass out really nice. But the couple of things that I've noticed with this pattern is if you can get the reflection, you can kind of see right in here where it's not quite fully glassed out. And so even if you zoom in on that a little bit, you can still see that we've got a little bit of like a textured look all the way through here. All right, so now that we've got that glassed out, let's go ahead and check it and see what happens at 1 minute. So dipping down, we can definitely see that we've got a lot of wrinkles in the pattern. And then we also are getting a lot of pretty much breaking apart. You can definitely see over in there, and not quite the look that we are wanting. Even though we had a pretty good glassed out surface, we're still not getting a good stretch. And so what we've kind of found is that with this pattern and some of the other mossy oak patterns is that they do require a little bit longer soak time. So what we've really found is that even though it glasses out, but if it stretches and it starts to just break apart like this, then we definitely need to go ahead and give it a little bit longer soak time. So let's go ahead, let's throw this on for about 1.5 minutes and then see what happens with that. All right, so now we've got it at 1:30 minutes. Let's go ahead, spray it with the Liquid Concepts Activator again and see what happens. So now we should definitely see that we've got a lot better glassed out look. We can see we've got a lot more smoother line going on through right in there. And then of course, whenever we go to dip the part, or in this case, my hand, we're not going to get the wrinkling like what we did. And you can clearly see that we're getting much better stretch all the way throughout the entire film. And of course, once we get past that point, there's almost no film left to stretch. But overall, this is looking a lot better. We're getting a lot better stretch, a lot better coverage all the way around, even in through here. And of course, as we're stretching it down in through here, we've already stretched it that far, but you can even see right in through here, the stretch, everything is looking really good as we're going straight down in it. So in this case right here, this is what I would say that we would need to start at, or even maybe go a little bit longer on the soak time, but that's kind of what we found to be the best as far as the film itself and the soak time is starting at about 1.5 minutes, maybe even 1:45 minutes, and then spraying the activator and dipping the part. All right, so now that we know what all times and how we need to approach a film like this, we're gonna go ahead and show you guys a dip on an actual buttstock for a shotgun. And that way you can at least see a bigger piece as well. So we'll go ahead and set this down, get everything nice and contained, and then activate it. Again, still using the Liquid Concepts Activator, and show you guys the end result. Check and make sure that we've got glass, which we do, and then now we can go ahead and dip. Very nice. So now that we've got all of that, pull it out, look at everything. Everything looks like it came out really nice. Again, we've got lettering there and probably got some other lettering, maybe not, but a lot of the times we may have a couple of different areas of lettering. But now all we need to do is just rinse it and then do any little touch-ups that we need, and then we'll be ready to go. So hopefully this video has really helped you guys out. Of course, I know this is a little bit different than what we normally would do with some of our other videos, but If you do like this type of video and you'd like to see more of these about different films and stuff like that, then definitely let us know in the comments section, as well as if you've found any other settings apart from what we've got that works a lot better or differently than what we've got. We'd always love to hear from them as well, so definitely leave those comments in the section below, and we'd always love to hear from you guys on that. If you're interested in getting into the hydrographics, or you're wanting to buy supplies or materials, definitely check out the links in the description below. We have links to the website that sells everything that you need, but as I was saying before, we do not sell any of the mossy oak or the real tree pattern. So you do have to buy those directly from those vendors, which of course we have done just like everybody else does. But if you're interested in any of the other items, or even activator, training, anything like that, definitely check out the links in the description below and you can see everything that we have to offer. If you like the video, hit that like button, as well as if you're interested in videos like this, hit that subscribe button. We'd always love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips on anything hydrographics related. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.